All right.
Tazia Ban Sabalawan Ban Yashala.
Tazia Banza Balawan Ban Yashala.
Yabashin Sabrakata.
Yahabashim Yoshabrakata.
La Yashral.
La Yashral.
All right. With that, Amayim, which means to stand. Sar, which means to turn. Hamuhapadam, which means to face towards the east, towards Jerusalem. Now we're going to start with the Lord's Prayer and the Lashon Kodash.
Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash.
Kodash.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Shemka.
Shemka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malakwaka.
Malakwaka.
Taba'ah.
Taba'ah.
Batazaka.
Batazaka.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Barataza.
Barataza.
Kawa.
Kawa.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Bashamayim.
Bashamayim.
Latananaw.
Latananaw.
Lakam.
Lakam.
Kal.
Kal.
Yawam.
Yawam.
Wasalaknawa.
Wasalaknaw.
Kabawatnawa.
Kabawatnaw.
Kasalaknawa.
Kasalaknaw.
Kabawatyanawa.
Kabawatyanaw.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Tabaayanawa.
Tabi'aynawa.
Banasayawan.
Banasayawan.
Abal.
Abal.
Hawashaynawa.
Hawashaynawa.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Rai.
Rai.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Hamalakwa.
Malakwa.
Wahala.
Wahala.
Wahataparat.
Watapara.
Ba'awalamyam.
Awalamyam.
Aman.
Aman. All right, in English. Our Father.
Our Father.
Which art in heaven.
Which art in heaven.
Hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
In earth.
In earth.
As it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this day
our daily bread.
our daily bread.
And forgive us our
And
debts.
forgive us our debts.
As we forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not.
And lead us not
into temptation.
into temptation.
But deliver us.
But deliver us
from evil.
from evil.
For thine is the
For
kingdom.
thine is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
Forever.
Forever.
So be it.
So be it. The Hakak prayer in Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Hashem Yahushai.
Baba Kashah.
Baba Kushai.
Natan Lanawa.
Natan Lanawa.
Hakak.
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 Larpa'a.
Larpa'a.
Kal Makala.
Kal Makala.
Wakal Marawa.
Kal Marawa.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Latahar.
Latahar.
Matazarayim.
Hamatazarayim.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Lahakwiyam.
Lahakwiyam.
Hamathiyam.
Hamathiyam.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Al-Karwa.
Arakawa.
Hatama'ala.
Hatama'ala.
Lagarashan.
Lagarashan.
Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Ba'ashem Yahushai.
The Wada Aman.
The Wada Aman. And here's the power prayer in the English. Lord, in the name of Yahushua,
in the name of Yahushua,
please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
The power to heal.
The power to heal.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. Is the blessed Israel prayer in Hebrew? Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Barak Lanawa.
Barak Lanawa.
Wa Yasha'ala.
Wa Yasha'ala.
Wa Bayat Saparia.
Wa Bayat Saparia.
Barak.
Barak.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
The Wada Aman.
The Wada Aman. And what we just said was, Lord, in the name of Yahushua,
in the name of Yahushua,
bless us,
and
Israel,
and Israel,
and the school,
in
the name of Yahushua,
in the name of Yahushua.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. This is Psalms 121 prayer in Hebrew. Aisha, Ayanya,
Ayanya,
Al-Hariam,
Al-Hariam,
Ma'ayan,
Ma'ayan,
Yaba'a,
Yaba'a,
Izaria,
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 Ma'aim,
Ma'aim,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Aisha,
Asha,
Shamayam,
Shamayam,
Wa'arataza,
Wa'arataza,
Al-Yathan,
Al-Yathan,
Lamawat,
Lamawat,
Regalka,
Regalka,
Al-Yanawam,
Al-Yanawam,
Shamarka,
Shamarka,
Hana,
Hana,
La'a,
La'a,
Yanawam,
Yanawam,
Wala'a,
Wala'a,
Yayashun,
Yayashan,
Shawamar,
Shawamar,
Yashra'ala,
Yasha'ala,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Shamarka,
Shamarka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Tazalka,
Zalka,
Al-Yad,
Al-Yad,
Yamyanka,
Yamyanka,
Yawamam,
Yawamam,
Hashamash,
Hashamash,
La'a, Yakaka,
La'ayakaka,
Wayarak,
Wayarak,
Bala Yalala, Slakia, Bala Yala,
Balayala,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Shamarka,
Shamarka,
Makal Rai,
Makal Rai,
Yashamar,
Yashamar,
Athnapashka,
Afnapashka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamar,
Yashamar,
Taza'atka,
Taza'atka,
Waba'aka,
Wabawa'aka,
Ma'ayata,
Ma'aita,
Wa'ai,
Wa'ai,
Awalam.
Awalam. Psalm 121 in the English. I will lift up my eyes into the
I
hills.
will lift up mine eyes into the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh.
My help cometh from Yahweh,
Which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee.
He that keepeth thee
Will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold.
Behold,
He that keepeth Yashar'Allah.
he that keepeth Yashar'Allah
Shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade.
Yahweh is thy shade
Upon thy right hand.
upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
Nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
And thy coming in.
and thy coming in.
From this time
From
forth.
this time forth
And even forevermore.
and even forevermore. This is Psalms prayer in Hebrew. Psalms 83 prayer in Hebrew. So like it. Allahayim.
Alahayim.
Al damayalaka.
Al damayalaka.
Al takarash.
Al takarash.
Wa al tashakwat.
Wa al tashakwat.
Al
Al
kayahana.
hayahana.
Awabyaka.
Awayabyaka.
Ya hamawan.
Yahamawan.
Wa ma.
Wama.
Shanayaka.
Shanayaka.
Nasha'awa.
Nasha'awa.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al amrika.
A'imaka.
Ya. So like it. Ya Ira Yumwa.
Yaira Yumwa.
Sawad.
Sawad.
Wa ya Aitazawa.
Wayata Ya'ai Tazawa.
Al Tasbawanyaka.
Al Tazapawanyaka.
Amarwa.
Amarwa.
Lakawa.
Lakawa.
Wana Kakyadum.
Wanakakidam.
Magawa.
Magawa.
Magaya.
Magalia.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Yazakar.
Yazakar.
Sham Yasha'ala.
Sham Yasha'ala.
Iwad.
Iwad.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Now, so like, now wa Aitazawa.
Nawai Tazawa.
La.
La.
Yakadwa.
Yakadwa.
Al Yaka.
Al Yaka.
Baryat.
Baryath.
Ya so like Ya Kuryathwa.
Yakarathwa.
Ahalia.
Ahalia.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Wa Yashma Aliam.
Wa Yashama Aliam.
Ma Wa'aba.
Mawa'aba.
Wa Hagariam.
Wahagariam.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Wa I'm a one.
Wa I'm a one.
Wa I'm a lak.
Wa I'm a lak.
Palashat.
Halashat.
I'm Yashabia.
I'm Yashabia.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gum Ashawar.
Gama Shawar.
Nalawa.
Nalawa.
Imam.
Imam.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Zarawai.
Zarawai.
Laban Yalawat.
Labanya Lawat.
Salah.
Salah.
Aisha.
Lasha.
Laham.
Laham.
Kamadian.
Kamadyan.
Kasa Sa Yasara.
Kasaya Sarah.
Kayabian.
Kayabyan.
Banakol.
Banachol.
Kwayashwan.
Kwayashwan.
Na Shamadwa.
Nashamadwa.
Ba'ayan Dara.
Ba'ayanda Ara.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Daman.
Daman.
La Arama.
La Adama.
Shaya Tamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Na Dayaba.
Wa. Nadayamawa.
Ka Arab.
Ka Arab.
Wakazaba.
Wakazaba.
Wakazabak.
Wakazabak.
Wakatazalmanai.
Wakatazalmanai.
Cow.
Cow.
Nasaya Kamwa.
Nasaya Kamwa.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Amarwa.
Marwa.
Na Yashra. Na Yaraash.
Nayarashah.
La Nawa.
Lanawa.
Ah.
Ah.
Na'awa.
Na'awa.
Alahayam.
Alahayam.
Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Sayatamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Kagalgala.
Kagalgala.
Kakwash.
Kakwash.
Lapanya.
Lapanya.
Raka.
Raka.
Kaash.
Kaash.
Ba'ira.
Tabaira.
Ya'ira.
Ya'ira.
Wakala Lahaba.
Wakalahaba.
Talahat.
Talahat.
Haryam.
Haryam.
Khan.
Khan.
Taradatma.
Taradatma.
Ba Sabarayaka.
Basa Iraka.
Wa Basa Wapathka.
Wabasa Wapatka.
Ta Bahalam.
Tabahalam.
Mala'a.
Mala'a.
Panyaham.
Panyaham.
Kwalawan.
Kwalawan.
Wayak Bakwashwa.
Wayabakwashwa.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahawa.
Yahawa.
Yabashwa.
Yabashwa.
Wa Yabahalwa.
Wayabahawa.
Ayai.
Ayai.
Wa Yakar. Like it. Wa Yakar
Parwa.
Parwa.
Wayakaparwa.
Wa Ya Abadwa.
Wayabadwa.
Wa Ya so like it. Wa Ya Daiwa.
Wayada Iwa.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Atha.
Atha.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Labadka.
Labadka.
Al Yanawam.
Ayawan.
Al Ka
Alka.
Arataza.
Alkaharatazar. All right. Psalm chapter 83 in the English. Keep not thou silence.
Keep not thou silence.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
And be not still.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
For
For lo,
thy enemies make a tumult.
thy enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee
And they that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty counsel
Against thy people.
against thy people
And consulted.
and consulted
Against thy hidden ones.
against thy hidden ones.
They have said.
They have said,
Come.
come,
Let us cut them off.
let us cut them off
From being a nation.
from being a nation,
The name Yasha'al
that the name of Yasha Allah
may be no more in remembrance.
may be no more in remembrance.
But they are consulted together
For they have consulted together
with one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate against
They
thee,
are confederate against thee,
the tabernacles of Edom,
the tabernacles of Edom
and the Ishmaelites,
and the Ishmaelites
of Moab,
of Moab,
the
the
Hagarenes,
Hagarenes,
the
the
Baal,
Baal,
and Ammon,
and Ammon,
and Amalek,
and Amalek,
the Philistines,
the Philistines,
the inhabitants of
with
Tyre.
the inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur also was joined with them.
Ashur also is joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah,
Salah,
do unto them
do unto them
as unto the Midianites,
as unto the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as to Sisera,
as to Jabin,
as to Jabin,
at the brook of Kaisan,
at the brook of Kaisan,
which perished at Endor.
which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the
They
earth.
became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles
Make their nobles
like Ored,
like Ored,
and like Zaid,
and like Zaid,
yea,
yea,
all their princes as
all
Zabah,
the princes of Zabah,
and as Zalmunna,
and as
who
Zalmunna,
said,
who said,
let us take to ourselves
let us take to ourselves
the houses of God in possession.
the houses of God into possession.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a wheel,
as the stubble before the wind,
as the stubble before the wind,
as the fire burneth they wood,
as the fire burneth they wood,
and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
So persecute them
So persecute them
with thy tempest,
with thy tempest,
and make them afraid
make them afraid
with thy storm.
with thy storm,
Fill their faces with shame,
fill their faces with shame,
that they may seek thy name.
that they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
let them be confounded
let them be confounded
and troubled forever.
and troubled forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to shame
let them be put to shame
and perish,
and perish,
that men may know
that men may know
that thou,
that thou,
whose name alone
whose name alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
art the most high
art the most high
over all the earth.
over all the earth. This is the blessings prayer in Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahweh,
Wa Yahweh Shai,
Wa Yahweh Shai,
Wa Mayaka Allah,
Wa Mayaka Allah,
Wa Alahayim,
Wa Alahayim,
Matazab Ya'ah,
Matazab Ya'ah,
Alawap Yahana,
Alawap Yahana,
Ha Alawap Yah,
Ha Alawapim,
Ha Saranyam,
Ha Saranyam,
Ha Quataza Yanyam,
Ha Quatazanyam, Ha Quatazanyam,
Ha Kayalyam,
Ha Kayayam,
Wa Ha Aquatian,
Wa Aquatim,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Bashim Yahushai,
Ba'ashim Yahushai,
the Wadaman.
Tawadaman. Blessings prayer in English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh,
And Yahweh Shai.
and Yahushai,
And Michael.
and Michael,
And the angels.
and the angels,
Commanding General Yahana.
commanding General
The
Yohana,
generals.
the generals,
The captains.
the captains,
The officers.
the officers,
The
the troopers,
And the sisters.
and the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
In the name of Yahweh
in
Shai.
the name of Yahushai,
Thank you, so be it.
thank you, so be it.
All right, with that, Sar. Go ahead and set the score down. Blow the horn one more time. Oh, sorry with that. Shotgun. Go ahead and have a seat. All right, man. Clap it up. Yeah. Another week in the books, y'all. All right, should be Shalom. Yahweh Shemir Shai Brakatham. Yahweh Shemar Atan Ba Hashem Yahweh Shai. This is the ISUPK that started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, in 1969. We're under commanding General Yohana, and we're here to teach the truth of the Bible to so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans are the real Israelites that the Bible speaks of. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, it's a Sabbath service. We'll be getting into picking up where we left off last week because there's definitely some interesting things going on in the scriptures that we're reading. We'll be picking up in the book of Numbers, chapter 12 and verse 9. Okay, Numbers chapter 12 and verse 9. And so that's what we'll be starting off with. I just want to start off the Sabbath service by giving a big up to all of the youth in the city of San Antonio. Over this past week, there has been a number of displays from schools all throughout the city of kids in high schools walking out of their class and saying, to hell with these classes. There's some real stuff going on in the world right now, and talking about the basically the things that are going on between ICE and the citizens of the United States, and some people that are considered to be not citizens of the United States. There's things that are happening that are drawing the attention of the youth, where in a rebellious spirit that tends to happen when children are around that age in the teenage years, they tend to overanalyze everything around them, and sometimes it's actually a good thing,
right?
Because especially with the connection that social media has done, which we've successfully used all throughout the ISUPK and the Commanding General Yohana, to push the truth of who we are as an identity, that the youth right now is very susceptible to wanting to hear more information, because they go to social media like TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and all these different outlets, Twitter, right? X, formerly known as Twitter, to find more information about the news that's going on, because they no longer trust the mainstream media. And so the alternative media is going to be brothers and sisters like us here in the school, and how important it is for us to get our message out there, because it's just a simple layer to what's really going on. When you see what's going on with ICE and these students walking out and them being tired of the things that are happening because their families are being affected, you best believe that they're looking for the truth. They're trying to find out why things are the way they are, because they're trying to grow up in a society that wasn't quite ready to set them up for success. Now, I know how that feels, because, you know, they had the boomer generation, right? The post-World War II era generation that had the opportunities given to them at that time, right? You know, houses that only cost $40,000 and minimum wage jobs that can take care of their living. And now our generation comes up and starts to realize that it ain't all sunshine and rainbows when you get older, because things have gotten so out of control with inflation, it's harder to maintain things. And then this generation coming up after us, they're really starting to feel the repercussions of mismanagement of an entire civilization that's being pressed on their shoulders, from the oppression, from the lack of scalability in the market. That our economy hasn't scaled the way that it was back then. And so things have gotten harder. And because things have gotten harder, the oppression, you feel it that much more. And so they're starting to awaken to the idea of their voices coming together and being heard. And I want to give a shout out to those that in the city of San Antonio, those youth from all these different high schools that stepped out, not necessarily because marching is the answer. That's not really what we would do in the UPK. We know that marching doesn't actually do anything, but we do know that raising your voice does do something.
Right.
Because the scripture says in the book of Joel, even the young men would start to prophesy, that the young men would see visions and dreams, because now their dreams aren't about fitting into a country that has no intention but to give them nothing but a living nightmare. Now the dreams that they're looking for are dreams of rebellion against the wicked empire. And we have to feed the understanding that they need so that they can see what's really happening around them.
Right.
The Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, I seen Black people standing with Hispanic people in these walkouts. And I'll be honest with you, because I know I was at that age once. Sometimes walking out of the school is just something you do because everyone else is doing it, because you just want to get away from being in class, right? But a lot of the students that are in those schools, they're getting ready to graduate. They're putting their graduation on the line to go out and stand in solidarity for the Hispanic community. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So the seniors that are out there, they have even much more on the line. And there's even some schools that are some schools that are threatening to punish them for walking out, and they don't care. Because I know one thing, I seen all types of Hispanics that are out there with the signs and all the stuff they're saying, and I think it's a beautiful thing, because it shows that they actually care. It's a step in the direction of them showing that they care about their own people. And Blacks and Hispanics standing together in a situation like that, well, hell, we're all about black and brown unity in the ISUPK.
That's right.
But of course, with the understanding of our culture, which is why we have a Hebrew class. It's why we have our classes throughout the week, and the Sabbath service at the end of the week, and the demonstrations we do when we go out to camp in front of public places. They have to understand how it all comes together. And the UPK has been going viral in many different channels throughout our school, from Captain Tazariot Captain Kadazar Across the Line Radio. Shout out to them. Of course, ISUPK San Antonio. We've been picking up some ground ourselves. ISUPK Austin. All of the different schools. Shout out to all the schools that are putting in work and getting through and breaking through the airwaves like we prayed before all them years ago. It's really starting to kick into high gear now. And the Most High's timing is impeccable. He's doing that on purpose. He knows exactly why he's allowing this to really start to spread out right now, because the harvest is ripe for the picking. And Israel is out there with the right mindset of wanting to understand new things or ancient things that need to be brought back to their attention. And that's why it's so important for us to all stay locked in, because it's crunch time now and it's the fourth quarter. You got the ball in your hands. You're either going to look for the open assist for your brother who's got the hot hand, who's going viral on social media, or you're going to look for the brother that needs to get his jump shot going because you feel like there's more that he could do. Well, guess what? When we're all working together, we're going to make sure that it happens. You understand? So let's go ahead and go where we were starting off at, where we picked up last time. Y'all got that? Numbers 12 and 9. We're going to start in the Hebrew, and then, of course, we're going to translate into English every 7 verses, all right? Let's go ahead and get started.
Come on, sir. It's the book of Numbers 12 and 9. Wayahar, Ab, Yahweh Bum, Yahweh Jah, select. Wayalak, verse 10. Waha, Wahana,
None.
Wahainan, Sa, Ma'al, Alham, Wahana, Wahana, Ma'arayam, Ma'tazah, Rayat, Ka, Zalat, Wayapum, Aaron, Ma'arayam, Wa'anayam, Ma'tazah, Rayat. Verse 11. Wayamar, Aaron, Mashaya, Baya, Daniya, Naya, Tashath, Alawam, Khatat, Ashar, Nawa, Layam, Wa.
Right.
Okay. Ashar, Thamwan. Verse 12. Naya, Akian.
No, it's Thahaya.
Okay. Kama'at, Ashar, Ba'awat. No, Bataza, the one. Amaraham, Amawam, Wa Aka, Hasha.
No, it's Katazaya.
Katazaya. Oh, when it's close like that? Okay. When it's closed. Right here.
Yeah. When it's closed, it's Ka.
Okay. Katazaya. Or Sha Rawan.
Yeah.
Verse 13. Wa Ya Taza Akwa Mashaya Ala Yahweh La Amar Al. No?
Not right here.
Oh, yeah, okay. Rapaya Na'a La Ha Panya. Verse 14. Wayamar Yahweh Mashaya wa ba Yaham Yarukwa ba Pananya Ka'ala Ta Ka'ala Shabai Yabanyam Tazaka Shabbat Yamam Makwa Naka Lakamana Wa'ahar Tasapat.
You do verse 15.
Verse 15. What is a God? Marayam Makia Haza La Mahnat Shabbat Yamayim Bahayam La Nasa Aida Chayasab Myram 7 this
Was that the end of the verse?
16
No, you go ahead and go to the English. It was Numbers 12 and 9.
29. This is the book of Numbers chapter 12 verse 9.
Now, this is when Israel started to get on the move. We started to inch our way closer and closer to the land of Israel. Mind you, we were in the wilderness for 40 years after we came out of Egypt. So it was a whole lot of camping. You understand? Have you ever gone camping? Anybody ever gone camping? Imagine going camping for 40 years straight. You understand? But not just a little small little group. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about with a lot of people.
Right.
A whole nation. I'm talking about hundreds of thousands of people basically going camping. Wherever we went, it turned into a city, basically. Just living off the land. And so as we got comfortable and uncomfortable and comfortable again wherever we were, there was a lot of what's the word? Complaining and nagging coming from the children of Israel about what foods we're going to eat, having to eat the same foods over and over. It got to the point where people were even talking down on Moses. It was actually, who was it? Was it Aaron's wife? Aaron's wife that was saying something about Moses. And this is what we're going to find out, what happened to her for speaking against one of the leaders of Israel that were chosen. I think it's on that side. You're looking for the burner?
Yeah.
One of the leaders of Israel that God chose to be in that position of leadership. This is a very important lesson. It's something that you got to pay attention to. Go ahead and read verse 9. Don't worry about it right now.
Good. Verse 9. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against them, and he departed.
Okay, go ahead.
Verse 10. And the cloud departed from the tabernacle. And behold, Miriam became leprous.
She became what?
A leprous.
Now, what do we know is leprosy? Tazarai is how it's pronounced in Hebrew. Tazarai, which means leper. Not leper. Okay, when we think of a leopard, like the animal, the cat, what do you think of? Spots, right?
Spots.
When somebody has leprosy, what are the spots? Because it's in this definition, it says to be diseased of skin. Okay? But particularly, it describes leprosy in the scriptures as being white as snow. Because why? What is that? I've seen it on people before. You've seen it in real life. You see it every day. But you've seen the spotted parts in some people that have a depigmentation in their skin, right? They say that Michael Jackson bleached himself because he started to get some form of they call it something else now, but now it was leprosy in the scriptures. There are people that walk around this earth whose whole entire body is just completely leopardized. You understand? Because that's what depigmentation is. I don't know. See, that's the thing. when we talk about the scriptures, people get offended by the things we say. You see in the comment section and a lot of videos that we post, people are just saying things just to say things because they got to get their anger off their chest somehow. So they look for any kind of little reason to knick-knack and pick at something to talk smack about. It could be about the way a brother reads or what a brother's wearing, you know what I'm saying? Because he got fringes on his pants. There's just different things, right? Because they get upset about what we say, but what we say is biblical. It's completely biblical. Mm-hmm. And it's not about how I feel. It's not about, and that's the thing. People think that when we bring things out like, not having pigmentation is actually leprosy, according to the scriptures. They think we're being racist when we're just telling the truth about what it says. Read that verse again.
Okay. We're saying, and the cloud departed from off the tabernacle.
So a chariot of God departed from off the tabernacle, right? A chariot, a flying vessel. You understand? Go ahead.
Okay. And behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow.
So imagine you got your wife, you've been with her a number of years, and then one day you see that she's talking down on the leader of Israel at the time, whoever it is at that given time that you're living in, right? Mm-hmm. And then you come back and see that she's starting to lose pigmentation of her skin. How do you not correlate that with the fact that she's literally being cursed from God for what she's saying against the leaders of Israel?
Right.
Because you know what her gripe was? Her gripe was, well, he married an Egyptian woman. Who is he to say that he's got any kind of authority over us? Well, it's that same slick remarks and back talk and things that are said behind the backs of the leadership or behind the backs of, behind closed doors that actually lead to people being cursed from the Lord, punished by the Most High. This is just one of those cases where that it's so immediate that it's so obvious it's because of what she said. But sometimes that takes form in other ways. A sister might, or maybe not even a sister in the world, right, might say something against a priest or prophet in the school or do something, some kind of harm against him, treating him wrong, does something bad against him, and then her life goes into shambles after that. That's very similar to what you're seeing right here. It's no different. It's just a slower burn. It's a different form, Different situations happen that a leader, she might end up in prison for some random reason. She might end up with, depression or anxiety or any kind of ailment, physical, or mental. And those things are serious repercussions that most people don't consider because they don't take the truth serious enough and don't realize what God is putting right in front of them to help them. And when they deny that, when they turn away from that, when they rebel against the structure that God put on earth for us to follow and try to rebel against it and disrespect it, the repercussion will be obvious. Go ahead, brother. What you got? Brother Polite. That's a perfect example. Give him a hand. Brother Polite was taking King James Bibles to the gun range and shooting at them with his AR or AK. I don't know. People probably had an AR. Mm. And he was talking down, talking down on Commander Junior Hanna, on the leadership in Isupk. Now he's in prison because he's a filthy pedophile. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. We talked about one of the fake Israelite groups, Sakari, right? And Guerrilla Hebrew, and how he ended up getting exposed for being a damn sodomite, doing all types of nasty things with his wife, and then more scandals are coming out of that school. Other schools that have been around here. There's schools that are even closer to us here in Texas where scandals have broken out and all leadership gets scrambled around and brothers get kicked out. That's because when the leadership, like the scripture says, you can tell a tree by the fruit that it bears, right? Mm. And there is, of course, a process with brothers that come in that are looking to change. And so you have to understand that there is a process there. But when the leadership itself is corrupted, you see it not just in the people that are there in the congregation, but the people that are there, they get exposed at some point, and then it comes out, and then it's like, well, who am I supposed to follow then? Oh, but there was the home of the truth the whole time. Why'd you go this other route? Why are you trying to climb up some other way? Why are you diverting from the narrow path that God put in front of us? That's what Miriam was trying to do when she was talking down on Moses. The Most High turned her white because being a Caucasian or having lack of pigmentation is a skin disease. Pigmentation absorbs nutrients from the sun. When you don't have it, your skin burns. You get boils in the skin for being outside in 100-degree weather for more than 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? Or you get darker when you have pigmentation because your body's adjusting to it. That's why so-called Hispanics have the two-tone. We're two-tone to the tombstone because we work out in the sun all day, every day, where our arm is dark as hell, and then everything past the elbow or so is a lot lighter, but still brown, still pigmented. It's a blessing for the Lord to have pigmentation, to be able to absorb the most powerful source that's in our solar system, the sun. Everything, all energy on the planet comes from the sun because it feeds the grass, photosynthesis. And the herbivores eat the grass. And the carnivores eat the herbivores. Well, guess what? All that energy came from the sun. But your body is able to absorb that into your skin and find something good from it, the nutrients from it. And there's good in that. The Most High blessed us with the ability to have such a strong epidermis. Those are scientific words, man. Let's get back to the scriptures. Go ahead.
Come on, say. Behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow, and Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous.
Yeah, he was like, hell happened to you? Go ahead.
Okay, verse 11. And Aaron said unto Moses, alas, my Lord, I beseech thee, lay not this sin upon us when we have done foolishly and when we have sinned. Verse 12. Let her not be as one dead.
Good night. Let's what? Let her not
Verse
be as
12.
what?
Verse 12. Let her not be as one dead.
Do you know why he's saying that? Because when you look at when Esau was born, the name Esau does mean red. Edom means red. Esau was pronounced in Hebrew Aisha Shah, which means wasted away. Is he? That's what it means. That's what his name means, and it means that because of deterioration. That's what it's like to not have pigmentation. That's one of the reasons why it's good to be outside every now and then. You spend all this time because of COVID inside, you almost look dead, pale. That's like, what is that? When somebody's dead, they turn pale, right? Good night. It's like as if the spirit's leaving them and that their body's decaying. And that's what he's saying. He's saying, my wife looks like one of them Edomites out there. Her skin is starting to turn pale. Please forgive me for what we've been saying behind your back. Go ahead.
Come. Let her not be as one dead, of whom the flesh hath consumed when he cometh out of her mother's womb.
Yeah, go ahead.
Come, verse 13. And Moses cried unto the Lord, saying, hear her now, O God, I beseech thee. Verse 14. And the Lord said unto Moses, if her father had but spit in her face, should she not be ashamed 7 days?
The Lord said, is that if her father had but spit in her face, should she not be ashamed 7 days? It's like you get in a bad argument with your parents, right? Imagine you got a daughter and she does something to trespass against you. She went out with her friends and did God knows what, and you yelling at her the next day. She was out on Sunday. She was out on Saturday. Now you're trying to take her, you're trying to do family day on Sunday, and you end up in this argument because you find out she come back home half drunk. But what happens when there's shame put on a daughter? Does she not want to turn her face from her father for damn near like a week? Hold a grudge against him because he done hurt her feelings? That's what Most High is. He's likening it unto that because he's like, well, guess what? I'm your father. And here's what you're going to do. Read on.
Okay. Let her be shut out from the camp 7 days. And after that, let her be perceived in again.
Put her in timeout. That's what it's called. You ever you tell your kid because he's been running around being a little badass, you put him on there, you say, go and sit on your knees and put your nose against the wall until I tell you to move. And then, of course, they go and they start and they get uncomfortable because their knees are uncomfortable. And they try to turn around and look at you. And then they get around and try to move when you're not looking. And you tell them, no, go back over there and put your nose on the wall and stay in timeout like I told you to. God done put Miriam in timeout. And I'm going to tell you right now, all of us are in timeout right now.
Right.
Because we are not at our home. You understand what I'm saying?
That's right.
You not coming to Sabbath service. You not keeping God's laws, statutes, and commandments. Guess what? God's got you in timeout. That's what's going on. That's why you got other people living in our land right now and us living in the ghetto here in America and across the four corners of the earth. Because you're not considering just how serious this book is. You don't read it. You don't study it. You just stream it from your Christian church. But it's on dial-up, and it's such a slow connection. You're not getting enough of the scriptures to really get the grasp of it. But when you come into the Isupk, you get that fiber optic download to your brain. You understand? Because when you leave here, you still have it in your mind that they can carry with you to the rest of the week. You don't get that in the Christian church. In the Christian church is a dial-up router that the second that you leave the vicinity, you're not even thinking of the Bible anymore.
Right.
It's like the church has become Netflix to y'all. You just stream the Bible. You don't buffer enough of it. You're not downloading any of it. And so God put us in timeout because we've been rebellious against him for thousands of years. It's just a reflection of it back then. It's like, when are we gonna actually learn our lesson? When are we gonna become the router? That's my question. Because that's what this place is designed to make us. It's a place for you to download the truth until it gets to the point where you're the Wi-Fi hotspot for everybody else to download from. That's what it means to be a real Christian, a real Israelite. The scripture says, freely ye have received, freely give. But the world just wants something in return. And that's the problem. Christ didn't do that for us. The men that the prophets before us, they didn't come down here and lay the foundation for us to stample all over it and talk down on the men above us and break away from it and try to create our own thing. Don't you see that time and time again? Israel's done it, and every single time God nips it right where the problem starts and makes it exposed and makes it known for everybody to see your spots the entire time. He's going to make our blemishes be known. So it's best to heal those things before it gets to that point, before it gets to the point where you're crying for forgiveness. You understand? It should be a day-to-day thing. It should be a part of your identity. Let's keep going. Was that which verse was that?
Yeah, 15. No.
Start at 15. Yeah, you finished 14. Go ahead.
Okay. Verse 15. And Miriam was shut out from the camp 7 days, and the people journeyed not till Miriam was brought again.
Mm-hmm. All right, so that was the end of that. Let's go back to the Hebrew. We're going to read the last verse in that chapter and then the first 6 verses of the next chapter.
16. All right.
Yeah, 12 and 16.
Okay. This is Book of Numbers, chapter 12, verse 16. Wakar na Nasaiwa Hayam Wata what's a what? Wa I ha Nayam Anaya Awa Ba'amar Paran Pa. This is Book of Numbers 13, verse 1. Whatever Yahweh Ma'asha La'amar. Verse 2. Lacham Shalak Lakam Nashayam Wa Ya Tha Rawan Ata Aratzim Na'a Ashar Anaya, Takyam, La Banya, Yasha'ala, Aisha, Ikat,
Akan.
Akkad, Aisha,
Akan.
Akkad, La Matat, Abba, Tawad, the Shah, Kyawan, Ka, Nashayam, Bakam. Verse 3, Wayashala, Atam, Maisha, Ma, the Barb, Paharama, Ila, Paya, Yahweh, Ka, Kalam, Ana, Shayam, Ra, Raya Shaya, Ba'anya, Yasha'ala, Hamad. Verse 4, Wa'ala, Sha, Ma, Wa, Mashawatham,
Oh, it's like it. Shamawatham.
Shamawatham, La, Mata, Rabawan, Sha, Ma, Wayan, Shamayam, Banya, Zakaram. Verse 5, La Mahata, Shamawayim, Shapat, Banya, Hawaraya. Verse 6, La Matacha, Yahawada, Kalab, Ba'anya, Ya Panya. Verse 7.
No, that's good.
No.
Because you're reading 7 at a time. Go ahead and finish the last verse on chapter 12. You're going to get into verse 13.
Okay. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 12, verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
Let her not be one dead whom the flesh
No,
hath.
my bad. Yours verse 16.
16.
Yeah.
Okay. Verse 16. And afterward, the people removed from Hazeroth the pitch in the wilderness of Paran.
Mm-hmm.
Chapter 13. And the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, verse 2, send out men that they may search the land of Canaan, which I give unto the children of Israel. Of every tribe of their fathers shall ye send a man, every one rule among them.
Now, Canaan at the time was basically west of the Jordan River. So this is Jordan. It's like eastern of what we know as Israel today. You had some other stuff going on out there because we just left the. It says in verse 16 that we had left Hazeroth, which was where we were in the wilderness, and we pitched in the wilderness of Paran. Paran says is bounded by what we consider today north of Palestine, on the west by the wilderness, on the south of the desert of Sinai. So the Sinai desert, like on the end of it. So you can see that we're starting to actually get closer to what we consider Israel today, but it's a larger region than what it's considered today. So we're actually sort of in their land already. But we're really getting to the root of it, which is where our capital city was going to eventually be set up. So we start moving towards it. Go ahead.
Okay. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 2, send out men that they may search the land of Canaan, which I give unto the children of Israel. Of every tribe of their fathers shall ye send a man, every one ruler among them.
This is a very important part of the scriptures because this is where Israel begins to conquest and take land. Okay, but it doesn't come without its challenges. But because this has to be done decently and in order, it is being set up for a basically a scouting group. Okay, and that scouting group is going to have, it's going to consist of, it says the heads of the children of Israel. So go ahead and read some of that.
Okay, verse 3. And Moses, by the commandments of the Lord, sent them from the wilderness of Paran.
Mm-hmm.
All those men were heads of the children of Israel.
So these are the scouts. Okay, these are the ones that are going to be sent out to see what the next move was. Go ahead.
Okay, verse 4. And these were their names. Of the tribe of Reuben,
Mm-hmm.
Shamua,
Shamawai, which means renowned. Renown means that they're popular, they're well known. Okay, just like how some brothers in the truth are well known in different social medias and different sites because of the wisdom that they speak or the things that they've done. That Shamua was well known or renowned. That's what his name was. Go ahead.
Okay. Of the tribe of Reuben, Shamua, the son of Sakur.
Zakawar means mindful. So this was somebody that was cunning in the way that they planned movements. This is somebody that definitely raised a righteous son and who was well known enough to be set up as the leader of the tribe of Reuben. Go ahead.
Okay, verse 5. Of the tribes of Simeon, Shaphat.
Shaphat, which means judge. Okay. Judge means they carry out orders. That means they carry out judgment, or they actually fulfill the deed that comes after judgment. You understand? So that's his name, Shaphat. We know that name because there's a brother in our Houston school who was an officer of 5,000 by the name of Shaphat. And you know, if you ever pay attention to any of his classes, his teachings on the street, that he's definitely a judge of the world. You know what I'm saying? Because he can lay it flat for you to understand. Go ahead.
Shaphat, the son of Ori.
Mm-hmm.
Verse
Kawaria, which means cave dweller.
Damn.
Yeah. We got cave dwellers in our tribe too. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. Oh, you know, it's funny you say his name, cave dweller. Where we came from, get this. I'm gonna just a little info here. Because on the end of verse chapter 12, it says that we pitched in the land of Paran, and Paran means place of caverns, which is what? Caves.
Right.
Caverns. So these are people that have been associated with finding places like that, knowing places like that, or maybe have even been born in a cave. They call him cave dweller because maybe he was birthed in a cave, you know, or something like that. So that's what I'm saying. The names are usually given just like how Native Americans give names to their children based off of aspects of their personality that they expect them to have, or sometimes it's just things that are in their scenery at the time. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
So I guess, can I say something about that?
Sure, go ahead.
Like a lot of our names are nicknames.
Oh yeah, no
it's
doubt.
Not necessarily like
that's no doubt. That's why we do that for our when we have pets. We don't give them names like Charles and Maxwell. We give them names like Midnight and you know, Scruffy, or you know, what's a dog name that you made?
Pluto.
I don't know about Pluto, but maybe something like I'll try to think like if I had a dog that was, I've always wanted a dog that I would name Lil Drastic.
Lil Drastic.
I wish I had a dog that was like a bulldog or a pit bull. I would name him Lil Drastic. Go ahead. Dolomite.
It's crazy.
But you can give him a Hebrew name like Karathia, which means I cut. You know what I mean? You can give him a Hebrew name. You can do that. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's very much like Native Americans do.
No doubt. It's absolutely
so-called
true.
Native Americans. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like Blackfoot. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
Blackfoot.
What's that? Purple hand, red hand,
running water.
What's the one? The sister that came to the camp one time. Her name was something bird or something like that.
Yeah.
I forget the name, but it escapes me right now. But you get what I'm saying though. Israel's always done things like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's proper.
I'm gonna. It's funny you say that because read the next verse.
So like I said, 6, right?
Yeah.
Verse 6 of the tribe of Judah, Caleb.
Kalab means dog.
Mhm.
So think about like this. The dog is like DMX. He's got that dog in a rope. You know what I'm talking about? So he's basically like DMX. You know what I'm saying? And he's the son of who?
Judah.
No, but
So like Caleb, the son of Jephunneh.
Yapanah means he will be facing. It's funny though, because that's what dogs do. So dogs are always facing and watching towards the window or the door whenever they hear a sound. So his father is like a watchman because he says he will be facing, right?
Yeah.
So he has a son. He names his son Dog, Kalab. That's how you say dog in Hebrew. It's Kalab. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's DMX.
I did not know that.
Right.
That's wow.
What the nigga want with a nigga?
With the tribe of Judah, Caleb, the son of Jephunneh. Verse 7.
Oh no, go back to the Hebrew. We're gonna read another 7 verses.
Okay.
We're gonna read 7 through 13.
Okay. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 13, verse.
Actually, read through 20.
Okay. Verse 7. La amata I shisha.
Yashakar.
Oh, Yeshakar. Okay. I.
Make sure it's not Yah.
I ga banya yasapat. Verse 8. La mata aparayim. Ka hanashawi. Hanashawayim. Banya na ayon. Verse 9. La ma'ata ba'anyam pa la ya ba'anya rapaya. Verse 10. La ma'ata zabalawan. Ga ta'ila ba'anya Sadaya. Verse 11. La ma'ata yasap. La ma'ata mashana. No. Manasha. Gaida ba'anya sasha. Sawasaya. Verse 12. La mata ba'anya. No. Done. La mata done. Tazam ma'ila ba'anya guara'aya. Verse 13. La mata ashar. Shatawa ba'anya ma'akya. Mayakya? Mayakal. La ma'at. Na pa. La ya. Kya. Baya. Nakyabaya. Banya. Mayakaala.
Yeah, it was my Yakaala.
Mayakaala. Banya. Wapazaya. Verse 15. La ma ata God. Gawal. Kawa'ala Ba'anya Makia. Verse 16. Alak Alak Shamawat Ha Shamayim Ashar Sha'alak Ma'asha Na'atar Atar Ha'arataza Ha Wa'ayakra Ma'asha La Kawanash Ba'anya Na'awan Ya Hawasha. Verse 17. Wa'aya Shalak Atam Ma'asha Atar A'aratza Ka Nawam Wa'ayamar Alaham I La Wam Zan Ba Na Ba Na Gabo Wa'alatam Ata Ha'aratza. No. Hara. Verse 18. Wa'aratam Ata Ha'aratza Ma'ayam Ha'aya Wa'at Ha'amayim Chaya Shabbat Alatam Ha'ahuan. No. Chia Sapat Haya Ha Ra Pa'a Hama Haya Ayamam Ra'ab. Verse 19. Wa Ma'a Ha'arataza Ashar Ha'am Shabab Ba Hab Hatawa Ha the Wam Haya Am Ra'ayam Wa Maram Ha'arayam Ashar Haya Watazab. I was Shum. I was Shum Ba'ana Haban Na I am Ba Matza Brayam. Verse 20. Waya Atazram Ha'asham Haya Ayam Ra'as Haya Sham Haba Aitza Ayam Yanyam Watakia I Patayam Walatham my Parayam Ha Taraziam Ha'ayam Yum Yum Ba Quarayam Abayam. Verse 21.
Now go to the English.
Well, can you drop off?
He was at verse 7.
Okay, verse 7. This is Book of Numbers, chapter 13, verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
Of the tribe of Issachar, Igal, the son of Joseph.
Yaga'al means he redeems. And its root definition is avenger, revenger, or ransom, taker of ransom, which is interesting because Issachar's name means he is hired. So we know that the Igal is kind of like a follow up of his father. You know what I'm saying? They put in work, then they take of the goods of the work that they've done. That just goes without saying that it's very similar to, like, you know how Hispanics, they give each other nicknames like Joker and Creeper and you know, just different things like that. Well, this man's kind of like Debo because he comes in and takes what's owed to him. You understand? So what they're sending out somebody that they know can handle business if need be, because if there's just going to be 12 spies being sent out, that they need to be able to hold their own, right? Because it's just going to be 12 of them. So they send out the Redeemer. That's what his name means.
Salakia. What was his name in Hebrew again?
It's what verse was that? 7.
Okay.
Yaga'al.
Yaga'al.
Mm-hmm. He redeems. Yeah.
That's heavy.
Go ahead.
Verse 8. And of the tribe of Ephraim, Oshia.
Oshia is just English for Hawashai, okay, which means salvation. Okay. Go ahead. Or to save. Because Yahawashai means he is Savior. Hawashai just means to save or saved. Keep going.
Oshia, the son of Nun.
Nun, Nawan means to fish or posterity, meaning abundance. Go ahead.
Verse 9. Of the tribe of Benjamin, Palti, the son of Rapu.
Patalia means my deliverance. So this is definitely somebody that, you know, can protect his brothers on this mission. Go ahead.
Verse 10. Of the tribe of Zebulun, Gadiel, the son of Sodi.
God Ya'ala, which means God is my fortune. And the interesting thing about that, when you look at it, means good fortune, meaning that he's always in the right place at the right time. That's something that Zebulun seems to be really inept at, is timing is always something that just naturally falls into their favor. Okay. So he definitely is Zebulunite. Gadiel is a fitting name for him. And who is his father? Sawadya, Sodi in the English, meaning acquaintance or somebody that has good conversation. Okay. That's what Sawadya means. Go ahead.
Sawadya. Isn't that in the council of the Most High?
Yeah. Yeah. Sawad means counsel. Sawadya means my counsel or acquaintance.
Okay.
I'm just looking at the Strong's definition as we're reading them.
Right.
Because it gives you, like, I'm not like, when white people read the Bible, they read the name and they're like, okay, cool, this is the name. Yeah. We're not doing that, bro. No. We're digesting the Bible. We're actually diving in and being like, oh, snap, this was the name. So his spirit must have been like this. Right. That's why, like, there's literally names in the Bible that would be reminiscent of the word creeper. Right? You know, somebody slick, somebody sly, somebody that's goes undetected. That's, like I said, you think that what we're doing nowadays when we give each other nicknames and all that, that's not new. That's just us always doing what we've always done every time we've been on the earth.
Right.
You know, our spirit's always been kind of magneted towards being that way, and we're reading about it because that's what these names are actually telling us. Go ahead.
Go on, sir. Verse 11. Of the tribe of Joseph, namely of the tribe of Manasseh, Gadi, the son of Suzi. Verse 12.
Gadi means my fortune also. So it's very similar to the other name, Gadiel. So Gadiel, they kind of mean the same thing. Sawasya means my horse. Interesting. Go ahead.
Come. Verse 12. And select. Verse 12. Of the tribe of Dan, Amiel, the son of Gamali. Verse 13. Of the tribe of Asher.
Gamaliel means camel driver. That's interesting. So one is named My Horse, the other one was camel driver. So he probably either had a herd of camels or was known to always be on a camel. You know what I'm saying? Not like that one dude that's always driving around the neighborhood, you know what I'm saying, with 24-inch rims. It's no different than this dude right here. He's like, oh, man, there you go with that camel again. He's a camel driver. Go ahead.
Right. Verse 13. Of the tribe.
I'm just trying to make it real. Y'all see this, right?
Real talk, yeah.
Go ahead.
I see it.
Select. Verse 13. Of the tribe of Asher, Sither, the son of Michael.
Now here's an interesting one. Sathawar, which means hidden. Now, how perfect is it? These are. It even tells you literally in the definition, son of Michael, the spy from the tribe of Asher. So if his name's hidden, that means that he knows how to scout without being detected.
Right.
Go ahead.
Okay. Verse 14. Of the tribe of Naphtali, Nabi, the son of Boshpi.
Nakabia, which also means hidden, to withdraw or to hide oneself. Chabah. Yeah. So Nakabia means hidden. So we got two back-to-back tribes with sons that are named like that because these are the ones that are being chosen to do this dangerous task. It's no light thing because you're going to see exactly why it's so dangerous coming up here. And he's the son of a man named Wapasya, which means rich.
Yeah, that's so.
Okay, cool. Keep going.
Okay, verse 15. Of the tribe of Gad, Gwel, the son of Micah.
Allah, which means majesty of God. You can imagine that this would probably be like you think of Gad. Gad might be because you look at the root word Ga'al, which means to rise up, to be exalted and triumph. So this was definitely a champion among the Gadites. Okay.
Yeah.
His name, his father's name is what? Makaya or Makia, which means decrease. Right. Decrease, to be low or poor. So you got one. That's crazy. You got one tribe whose dad's name was rich, and then you got one tribe whose the guy's dad's name is poor. That's crazy. But that just goes to show how we all come together in the same like-minded mindset. Right. One's more humble, one a little bit more abundance. But you know what? We make do with what we got. And look at that's kind of like when I think of like with this Gadite family right here. It's like how many times you watch a football draft or NBA like biography breakdown, and it's like a black man that came up in a poor family, right? It would be a boxing documentary or something. Came up in the hood. Unfortunately, usually it's him and his mom by themselves, but sometimes it's the father too who's involved in his life. A lot of times, it's the father that trains the son, like Mayweather family, right? Or like what's the other one? What's his uncle? Huh?
That's a lot.
Canelo's dad was a trainer, right? Or
no, Canelo.
A lot of Hispanic boxers have fathers that train them up. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. One of them that recently fought escapes me at the moment. Was it Teofimo? Is it Teofimo's one? Yeah, he's getting ready to fight Shakur tonight, actually.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like came from nothing. I got a son, though my son's like living. I'm living vicariously through my son because I've raised him up to be such a powerful, glorious triumph in my life. So it's kind of like put my son up to the task of going on this mission.
Right.
So it's a very honorable thing for what's the brother's name? Ga'awa Allah. Yeah, which means majesty of God. All right. So it's interesting to see just the names themselves solidify why they're being chosen. But you can imagine their entire life led up to their ability to be chosen for this role. Go ahead.
Okay. Verse 16. These are the names of the men which Moses sent to spy out the land. Mm-hmm. And Moses called Hosea, the son of Nun, Hosea.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Verse 17. And Moses sent them to spy out the land of Canaan. And
how far did we read? Did we stop at 16?
Yeah.
Oh, 20. Go ahead.
Verse 17. And Moses sent them to spy out the land of Canaan, and said unto them, get you up this way southward, and go into the mountain.
Go to the high ground so you can start figuring out where we need to go next. Go ahead.
Okay, verse 18. And see the land, what it is, and the people that dwell therein, whether they be strong or weak, few or many. Mm-hmm. Verse 19. And what the land is that they dwell in, whether it be good or bad, and the cities that they be, that they dwell in, whether it intends on strongholds.
Right. So see how this is the task. It's to go and get information to give a report. This is like what we do this every week when we go to camp, because what do we do when we go to camp? We go and scout out the area. We make sure that it's clear, that there's no white people with a bunch of guns out there, you know.
Right.
And even sometimes when there is, we still go out there because we ain't scared, you know what I'm saying? And that ended up being a hell of a camp. But I'm just saying, though, there's times where it'd be like, all right, nah, maybe not today, or maybe this ain't the best area, or it'd be like, all right, y'all go ahead. And so that's why fulfilling the scouting report is so important, so that no missteps get made and then confrontations happen that don't need to happen. And so it's always up to the leadership. But Moses is actually doing something that's very militant. He's sending these men out there to check it out first. You understand? Hell, brothers do this when they send another brother to the club. Hey, when you go there, let me know how it is. Is it popping?
Real.
Is it popping? Oh no, it's not popping. All right, I ain't going.
Yeah.
Oh, you said that. Oh, you said there's all the sisters is out today. All right, I'm pulling up. We do that with everything, bro. That's militant, actually. That's militant. And so, don't like detach yourself from the Bible. Attach yourself to it.
Right.
And you're gonna see just how much it actually makes sense with everything that we do. Go ahead.
Go on. Verse 20. Mm-hmm. And that the land is, whether it be fat or lean, whether it be wood therein or not.
Right, because how you going to have 600,000 people move in there without wood to make some houses?
Right.
You understand? You know how much we could do with that? That's why some brothers coming to school, they see that we just got a couple pieces of wood back here. They're like, man, you know how we could build some shelves with that? Imagine that, but with a whole forest at your disposal. You'd be like, oh, we about to build a mansion over here. Let's get to it. You know what I'm saying? That's where everything starts to come together, because brothers that have that mindset, or leaders that have the mindset of understanding the kind of men that they have in their ranks, that can make the most out of whatever situation we have. So that's why he's telling you, hey, is the land fat? Meaning what? Is there animals? Do they got cattle? Are they in strongholds? Do they got brick walls up? Or is it just these little BS little picket fences and we could just step over them? You know what I'm saying? Do they got few in number? Do they got men that are holding watch? Like what's the situation? Well, you're about to find out what the situation is. What verse was that?
That was 20, sir.
Did you finish that? Go ahead and finish the verse.
Okay. And be ye of good courage, and bring them the fruit of the land. Now, the time was the time of first stripes grapes. Mm-hmm. That was the end of 20, sir.
Oh yeah. So basically, this is it was at the time where this was at the time where harvest was starting to come in. They wanted them to actually go in and take a sample of the land to take back to see what kind of crops is growing in that land, to see what would be the best place to move on to and take over. This is basically a prequel to taking ground. So why we're not gonna take ground on a place that ain't gonna be able to sustain us. We're gonna take ground on places like, oh, there's grapes here. Oh, we can make some wine here.
Right.
Oh, there's cattle here. Okay, yeah, we got some cattle too, but they're gonna, if we know if there's cattle here, that means that there's good land for our cattle that we already have to go in there and to, you know what I'm saying, to actually be able to, graze that land and not have no issues, because it's not a barren land. And certain things like that, certain aspects we got to keep in mind as far as like getting and gathering and things like that. The other aspect to this is, of course, understanding that God is with the children of Israel and not the other nations. So what's happening right now is actually extremely racist. And people tend to think that just because we're reading the Bible that we're racist, but this is just how the Bible is. And this is how the children of Israel were to operate under God's command. So there are certain things that are controversial. When we bring them out, we're just simply reading the Bible, and people think that we're twisting scripture or something. It's literally like we're talking about the Israelites going and planning to kill people and take their land. Y'all understand that?
Right.
So what else is that other than what would be considered ethnic cleansing or race wars and things like that? Now, what's going on in the land today? Why is it bad? Because they're not the real Israelites. That's why. Right. So the hell with everything else, you know what I'm saying? But of course, the whole world is seeing what they're doing. But this is their ambition, to do that unjustly, because they're not the real children of Israel. There's going to come a time where the scripture says the saints shall take the kingdom. And that's not going to be with anybody's permission. It'll be through Well, the Lord's permission, but the Lord's orders ultimately is what's going to make those things happen. Okay. Saki, what do you want to add to that?
No, nothing.
Did you have anything you want to add? Your call?
So it's going to be a righteous ethnic cleansing.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing too, is that's why I said there are such things as righteous racists.
Right.
And that's really what we are framed as racist, but it's really righteousness because it's the world being set back to those same inheritances that God originally set the world to have in the first place.
That's right. It's going to be put back into order.
Yeah, that's why the Most High says when He divided the nations their inheritance, He gave every nation a place to live. Now everybody's moved around and split apart and taken over this land and that land, and the Most High is going to set it all straight in the end. But the thing is that is going to be through some of the effort of the people taking back their land too. So what we're seeing right now is what God ordained, and this is what's actually happening. So it's not going to come without its challenge. Now we're going to go back to the Hebrew. We're going to read 7 verses. So read through verse 27.
Okay. Can I ask you a question about this real quick?
Sure.
So Moses sent his men to go into Africa, right?
Canaan, this land is not literally Africa. It's like where it says east of the, because verse 1 it says the land of Canaan, and it says the land west of the Jordan. So some of that bled over into what we now know today as the land of Israel.
Okay.
Because Canaan, we think of like Hamites, Africa, but
yeah, that's what I was
technically Israel
thinking.
is very much so next to Africa and would be technically considered part of it because it's like connected to that continent, right? So it's right there along the Mediterranean. Think of the Mediterranean and the whole southern Egypt going from the west all the way to the east side of it that is starting to really take form as what we're looking at migrating to. Okay. Or discovering, as the white folks would call it.
Discovering.
Go ahead.
Right. I discovered it.
You discovered it.
All right. This is Book of Numbers, chapter 13, verse 21, right? Yeah, verse 21. Yalawam wa ayatharam ata ha'aratza mama da bara tazam aida haram la'abam ka'amat. Verse 22. Wa I Yalawam Bahanakwab Wa Ayam Ayidda Habarawan Wa Asham Hakimawan Shawaya Wa Damayam Yala I Ha'anakwab Ha'abarawan Shabayam Shanayam Hab Panata La Panya Tazaiwam Matazarayam. Verse 23. Wayawam Aida La Kya Ashaka Wayakorwatam Wa Mashayam Za Maharam Washa Walam Abayam Akiat Wayasha Hanawam Watawam Banasham Wamawam, Aramayan, Wamawan, Hatarayam, no, Hata Nayam, Hatanayam, verse 24, Lamakwam, Hawam, Koram, Nakal, Waakal, Aila, Idawang, Ha Shawab, Ashar, Karawam, Mashayam, Ba'anya, Yasha'ala. Verse 25, Wayashabawam, Ma'atar, Ha'aratza, Ma'arak, Ba'aram, Yawam. Verse 26, Wayalakwam, Wayabawam, Ala, Ma'asha, Wa, Aaron, Wa Allah, Ka, Adaya, Ba'anya, Yasha'ala, Al, Marawar, Pa'arayam, Quadash, Wayashabayam, Awatam, Ba'ara, Wada, Ka, Ka'abda, Wa'ayaram, Ata, Pa'ara, Ratazayar, Ha, Rataza. 27. Wayashaparam, La'awa, Wayamar, Ba'anya, Hatazarayam, Ashar, Sha, Shalakwa, Shalakwa, Ta'aram, Wagam, Zabat, Ha'abayam, no, Kia, Kialaba, Quadash, Ha'aya, Wa'aza, Pa'arayam. Verse 28, Wapash, bueno, Wapa, Kaya, Aiza, Ha'aya, Hum, Hayashabab, Ma'atazarayam, Wa Ha Arayam, Bataza, Wa Afta, Ka Talawat, Ma'aida, Wakam, I La Daya, Ha'ai Nakwa, Ra'ai Nayawam, Some. Verse 29.
No, go back to English. You were supposed to stop it. What you said? 20? What are you talking about?
I'm on 29 right now.
Now go to. Yeah, you're supposed to start at 27, but that's fine. Now go ahead and read verse 21 in English.
No, gotcha. It's the book of Numbers, chapter 13, verse 21.
Mm-hmm.
So they went up and searched the land from the wilderness of Zin unto the Zoab, and as men come to Hamath.
Mm-hmm. So this is the land that they looked in, right? Keep going.
Okay, verse 22. And they ascended by the south and came into Aaron, where Ihaman,
Into Hebron, you say, right?
Ihaman,
There's Ahiman, Sheshai, and Talmai.
Haman, Shisha, and Tamar,
Mm-hmm.
the children of Anak.
Yeah, the children
Where?
of Anak. So this is in the land of Hebron, right? In the land of Hebron, this is a city south. What we know today is South Judah, approximately 20 miles south of Jerusalem. What we know of today. So this is a land that we had to take from the three sons of Anak, which were named Ahiman, Shishai, and Talmai. Ahiman means my brother is a gift. Shishai or Shashai means noble, and Talmai is furrowed. Okay, that's what that name furrowed. You know what furrowed means? Furrowed is like what's this? It's like a looking at the definition, a rough surface. So basically, these cats, they're the sons of a man named Anak. Read on, read on.
Okay. Now, Hebron was built 7 years before Zoan in Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 23. And they came unto the brook of the school.
Of Eshcol.
Esco,
Eshcol is a city. Go ahead.
and cut down from thence a branch with a cluster of grapes.
The name Eshcol actually literally means cluster. So the whole city is named cluster because it's a city that's basically like a garden. Okay, it's like a large, like they say, land flowing with milk and honey. It's literally saying abundance of things, fruits, vegetables. You understand? Eshcol is a place where they had a large amount of grapes that were just being built. They're being grown there, harvested there, and it's very impressive. They're actually it took a cluster of it by sample because that's what they're ordered to do. So go ahead.
Okay. And they bear between two upon a staff.
So this is a large cluster of grapes. And you ever go to HEB and get a cluster of grapes that's in this little bag? Well, this cluster of grapes was so large that two men had to carry it in between them on a stick. You know how grapes they grow? They grow around a vine, right? So they're taking this really large cluster of grapes. It's like there's a whole city full of these grapes. You know what I'm saying? This is no small thing. This is more than a sample. They basically making a heist with these grapes. But they're taking it from a city where these sons of Anak are basically the guardsmen of the city. Go ahead.
Okay. And they brought of the pomegranates and of the figs.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Verse 24. The place was called the brook
Eshcol.
Because of the cluster of the grapes which the children of Israel cut down from thence.
Yeah, keep going.
Okay, verse 25. And they returned from searching of the land after 40 days.
So it was a 40-day mission. They had to travel there. They had to get the scouting report. Then they came back, and it took 40 days. All right. This is what they had to say when they got back. So go ahead and go to verse 26.
Verse 26. And they went and came to Moses and to Aaron and to all the congregation of the children of Israel unto the wilderness of Paran to Kadesh, and brought back word unto them and unto all the congregation, and showed them the fruit of the land.
Imagine they come back and the rest of Israel is watching. They see y'all pull up with all these, pomegranates and grapes and all these fruits that they basically yoinked from the land of Hebron, right? Keep going.
Okay, verse 27. And they told him and said, we came unto the land whither thou sentest us, and surely it flowed with milk and honey, and this is the fruit of it.
So they came to tell them, look, man, this land, they got it going on over there. They got all this. Like, if we were to have this land, we're gonna be all right. We'll be set up. This place is good. This is a place where we definitely want to grow our nation.
All right.
Now let's go back to the Hebrew and let's read from verse 28 all the way to verse 8 of the next chapter, and we'll finish up the verses for today with this next sector right here. We're gonna find out about the sons of Anak.
You said 28?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 28.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 13, verse 28. Apash, Kaya, Isaiah, Hayam, Hayashbab, Baratza, Harayim, Ba'arawat, Gadalad, Ma'aya, Wakam, I La'adaya, Ha'anakwa, Ra'anaya, Sham. Verse 29. I Malakwa, Yaswa, Ba'arataza, Hana Gawab wa Aatayam wa Ka I Ba Shayam wa Amaraya wa Yasa Ba Arab Ha Ka Naya Yaswa Ala Ha Hayam wa Ala Yaai Ha I the one. Verse 30. Waisha Ka'alam Ata Kam Al Ma'asha Wa Yamar Alawa I Lakam Wa Ya Ra Sha Nawam Aita Kaya Yakobam Na Kwa La'a. Verse 31. Waka Anasha Yum Ashar Ila I Mayam Wa I Marowam Ila Kayam Kaya Hazak Ha'a Mama Nawam. Verse 32. Wa I what za I wam the bad Ha'araj Taza Ashar Tara Akita Al Ba'anya Yasha Allah La Amar Ha'arataza Ashar I Ba Ibarowan Ba'anya Lata Rawa Akil Ha Tazra Kilat Awisha Ba Yaka Haya Mukal Ha Ayam Ashar Ra'ai Nawam Ba Baka Bata Waka Ashar Madawat. Verse 33. Shawam Ra'ayamwa Aita Khana Palayam Ba'anya I Nakwa Manya Hana Palayam no Khana Palayam Manaya Baya Na I Wam Makwa Gawam Wakam Khanayam Ba'anyam. Verse 4. What do you want me to go to?
What verse you on?
I'm on 14. Chapter 14.
Yeah, go ahead. Read 8 verses there. Go read through verse 8.
Okay. Book of Numbers, chapter 14, verse 1. Wa ta Yesha Ka Hana Ha'ai Daka Wa I the Nawam Aita Kwailam Wayakwa Ha'anam Ba'alaya Ha'ha Naka. Verse 2. Wayalanwa Aila Maisha Wa'ala Aramwa Ka'al Ba'anya Yasha Ala Wayamar Alayam Ka Hayada Allah Ma'atayam Ma'arataza Awa Ba'amaya Hazaha Lawam Ma Ma Tha Lawam. Verse 3. Wala Yahweh Ba'ayam Altanawam Al Ha'arataza Ha'azar La Panya Ba'arab Nasha I Nawam Wa Batawam Ya Aywa La Abbas Halawat Dawab La Shab Ma Tazarayam. Verse 4. Mayawaram Aisha Akim Altana Washab Wa Shabbat Ma'atazarayim. Verse 5. Wayapal Mayasha Wa'aran Wa Apanya Lapanya Kaya Kwakal Idakia Ba'anya Yasha'ala. Verse 6. Wa'ai Kha Wa Yawam Ba'anya Na'anya Wa Kabal Ba'anya Yapanya Manyawa Ha'awarayim Ata Arataza Kwa'ara Bakadam. Verse 7. Wayamar Al Ka Ayada Ba'anya Yasha Allah La Amar Ra'ataz Ha Aratas Ashar Abar I Baranya Wa Ba Laki Bata Ar Ata Tawab Harash Ma'ayab Ma'ida. Verse 8. I am Hapatza Ba'anya Yahweh Ba'ayuman Adon Nawa Al Haratza Hazath Wa Na Takha La'ama Haratza Ashar Aya Sabat Halab Wabasha. Verse 9.
Go ahead and go with English. You was in you finished verse 27 on the previous chapter, but I want you to start at verse 27 again. Read it one more time, and then go into 28. He was in chapter 13.
Okay. Book of Numbers 13 and 27. And they told him and said, we came unto the land whither thou sent us, and surely it flowed with milk and honey, and this is the fruit of it.
So the report is, look, this land will be worth it. This land right here, if we go over here, we'll be able to build an entire kingdom. All the hundreds of us. Remember, when we numbered the children of Israel, we numbered the men and that number came up to over 600,000. So when you include women, and children, you're probably looking quite easily over, a million, right? Because if we're just talking about the men, usually there's more women than men in most cases. So we can expect that to be at least double that. So we need a land that's going to sustain 1 million people. So they're looking and they're seeing these grapes and all that, and they're like, listen, this is it. I don't think there's going to be anywhere else that's going to be as good as this. But keep reading.
Okay. Verse 28. Nevertheless, the people be strong that dwell in the land, and the cities are walled and very great. And moreover, we saw the children of Anak there.
He said, this place is protected. It's got walls. This place is established. And then moreover, meaning like, and on top of all that, we done seen the children of Anak there. And then they're going to start explaining. So keep going. Go to verse 29.
Okay, verse 29. The Amalekites dwell in the land of the south, and the Hittites, the Jebusites, and the Amorites dwell in the mountains, and the Canaanites dwell by the sea and by the coast of Jordan. Verse 30. And Caleb stilled the people before Moses and said,
so Caleb, like, this is the Judite brother, the one that's name is Dog, right? So he tells everyone to calm down. He's like, look, we done found his land, but he's like, listen. The people that dwell on that land, they're very large people. They're giant. They even consider them to be giants, and this goes without saying. And I'm gonna explain this in a minute too. You know what? It's gonna explain itself. But Caleb is telling everybody, he's like, yo, calm down. Let's do what Moses said to do. Read the verse 30.
Okay, verse 30. And Caleb stilled the people before Moses and said, let us go up at once and possess it, for we are well able to overcome it.
And that's the thing about the tribe of Judah that you got to respect, because they don't see it as something, as an excuse to keep them from overcoming it. They see the land and they're like, oh, this is it. Oh, there's people there. We got this. We can overcome this. This is that dog in them. That's why I say he's like DMX, because he's like no different than. He's no different than, like, you think about like some of the people that are like dogs in the NBA. It would be like Michael Jordan, right? You couldn't stop him. He just had all the confidence in the world. You think of like you think of Tank Davis in the boxing ring, short as hell. It was like 5'5", 5'6", taking on people that are like 5-6 inches taller than him, right? So he's considered a giant on the earth because he's a slayer of giants. You know what I'm saying? And so Judah's looking at this like, we could really make a name for ourselves. And like, he's looking at the end result. He's not worried about what it's going to take to get there, because that's what sometimes you got to have somebody in your squad that's like that, right? Somebody that got that dog in them. Literally, Caleb, right? Kalab. And he's over there like, man, we got this. Don't worry about all this. But look how the other tribe, look how these other scouts, they acted. Go ahead and read verse 31.
Okay. Verse 31. But the men that went up with him said, we be not able to go up against the people, for they are stronger than we.
It's like these people are bigger than us, bro. I don't know, man. Like they worried about the size difference, the height, all that. Caleb's not tripping about it, but look, everyone else, all the other scouts are. And this is look how Israel reacts to this when they start describing this. Go ahead.
Okay, verse 32. And they brought up an evil report of the land which they had searched unto the children of Israel, saying, the land through which we have gone to search it is a land that eateth up the inhabitants thereof.
Like, this ain't no walk in the park.
Right.
The land will eat you up. This is a dangerous place. You know why? Do you know why it's dangerous? Because look at everything that it has there. Do you think that not only people are going to want to be in a land so abundant, all the most dangerous animals are going to be out there because they see that land is plentiful? You know, the wild, like, think about it. Even the grass being plentiful was bringing over a lot of herbivores, like bringing a lot of, animals that like fruits, animals that will want to dwell in that land. Because they say the land will eat you up. Meaning the animals in that land are dangerous too. Because guess what? What brings the herbivores that want the nice fruits and land? Well, guess what? It's going to bring the carnivores too.
Right.
It's going to bring the danger too. So the only people in that land that are able to survive are these big ass people that live in that land right now. Go ahead.
Okay. And of all the people that we saw there, and all the people that we saw in it are men of great stature.
Men of what?
Great stature.
So this place is walled up. It's got really tall Hamites in that land, right? They're saying that, okay, so think about it like this. If their walls are built up to that level of defense, is it just because of people that they're worried about? No, because they got large people that are in there. They're trying to keep all the wildlife from coming in there and taking the good of the land too.
Right.
That's why you put up a defense. If you have a farmland, you don't just not put a fence up. Because why? Because your crop could be in danger from wolves, can be in danger of animals. Well, imagine in that land, there's even more dangerous animals that are out there. Because you're talking about, north of Africa, you might be dealing with lions and stuff like that. You might be dealing with bears and animals that are going to see that land and be like, yeah, this is where I'm going to come over here and migrate and bring all my flock over here. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's converging on this land that's flowing with resources that are ripe for the picking. And so you put all that together and everybody starts to get worried. So keep reading.
Oh God.
Verse 33.
Verse 33. And we saw the giants, the sons of Anak.
What does giant mean? You know what that means? Because again, this is where you got to start understanding the Bible, right? Men of renown, that's one thing, right? And the funny thing is, right here, it actually says napayal, which means in English is Nephilim. Nephilim. So this is where a lot of the conscious community starts to get a little bit spooked. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They get spooked because they see videos or a photo online somewhere of a bones that was like a 20-foot or 30-foot being. And I'm like, listen, look, I'm not going to take what Esau puts on the internet on his face value, okay? I'm going to understand the world that we live in today. And think about this for a second. The giants on earth today usually do come out of Africa. Think of like the NBA. You got Victor Wembanyama. Think of like all the 7-foot plus people. Manute Bol, right? Hakeem Olajuwon, Dikembe Mutombo, right? Those are some giants, bro. We would consider that to be giant. Now read what he says right there. He says, and there we saw the giants. Go ahead.
And we were in our own sight as grasshoppers, and as we were in their sight.
It says what? We were what?
Grasshoppers. And so we were in their sight.
I seen this photo, right, of Manute Bol. He's in a swimming pool. He's 7'7". Look at this picture right here. Just see this. Look at that.
Yeah.
This is Manute Bol in the swimming pool. Y'all see that? Is that not giant enough for you to say, oh, but we grasshoppers compared to them? That's why so that's one thing too, right? Because we always do be exaggerated, especially, them other cats, them other tribe like Isupk now. I know some of us be shorter, but you really be exaggerated. If you 5'5" and you see somebody 7'7", and you say that you a grasshopper compared to them, Esau gonna take that literal and be like, okay, so you're 5'5" and a grasshopper is 3 inches compared to a human being, so they must be 50 feet tall. No, goof ass. It's how we speak. We be exaggerating. Right. I ain't seen you in a minute. I ain't seen you in forever.
But
it's exaggeration, right?
So you
gotta understand that Manute Bol is out there, and he got 3 sons that are also 7'5", and they're the ones that are holding Shamar in front of all these grapes. You know what I'm saying? And they fighting lions out there, and this land will kill you. You know what I'm saying? But we gotta go out there and get it. That's why I like Judah, bro. Because Judah says, I want all the smoke. I ain't tripping. Let's go, man. And then y'all the ones tripping. Y'all the ones, like, imagine the whole argument coming back. 40 days, they walking back. I don't know, bro. It's like, man, we got this, bro. And then the other ones are like, nah, man, them boys, man, I'm a grasshopper compared to that. You see that sort of, man? Come on, man. And then wait till we tell Moses, man. The whole congregation got to hear about this. All right, you first. You go ahead.
Sorry, sir. I think not what I think, but these giants they talking about like men of renown and you know what I mean, like people that are like
Respected.
exactly.
That's
you know
exactly that's definitely
like mountains.
That's
mountains.
definitely the case too. But right here, they're literally talking about great stature and size comparisons. That's why I say in our own sight or as grasshoppers. That's not because of their reputation. That is because of their actual height. That's why you got to understand when the scripture says in Nephilim, that is talking about that too, but not to the extent of them being 50 foot tall.
But in this particular one, it's talking about
because what happens when you're that size?
Some little ants.
Yeah, when you are 7'5", you can build a name for yourself by being a conqueror, by being somebody that can make a name for themselves.
Right.
So the term giant is in the sense of, okay, you're a giant if you're an actual giant. You're a giant if you're a slayer of giants.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
That goes without saying. That's what Judah aspired to be, the giant slayer.
Right.
Which would make him a giant. A man of renown. Hell, there was a brother whose name, I forget which one. His name literally meant renown. So, I mean, like, if you're trying to really make a name for yourself, you got a challenge in front of you. But again, the Most High told Moses, he said, I will give you that land. Meaning what? I will make sure you're successful. You got to understand the Bible. Because the Lord's not just going to hand it to you on a silver platter. You got to earn what you get. You got to earn the blessing. That's what Christianity has got us so backwards, because we expect salvation to be given to us even though we ain't put no work in to earn it. That's the problem.
Right.
You ain't following none of God's laws. You've done everything disobedient. You're still smoking weed, smoking cigarettes, out there sleeping with random women that probably got a man already. It's disgusting. That's not how you earn salvation. You're not earning it. If that's that type of spirit of fear, of wanting to fall into the traps instead of actually overcoming your fear, that's the problem with Israel today. Go ahead, brother. What you want to say?
You was talking about Caleb, right?
Yeah.
His name is dog.
Mm-hmm.
And then the spirit of the Judah.
Yeah.
Right? It's not the size of the dog. It's
not the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog. Yeah, that's facts right there.
You know what I mean? Like it made sense when you said it.
When I think of, because I sometimes watch basketball, but I never have time to watch it live unless we go to them games and with them high school brothers, right? I saw the documentary because they make a documentary like the episode showing them practicing, the behind the scenes, the coach yelling at them and them playing against, like, okay, so they went against these teams from other sides of Texas, tall people that they going against. But the dog in them just didn't want them to give up in some of these matchups, bro.
Right.
It's no different than when I watch the Spurs play. You got Keldon Johnson. Keldon Johnson, 6'6". They play him as a small forward, even sometimes damn near power forward. Yeah. And they call him big body because he's still bullying people that are taller than him because he's got that dog in him. Then we see him dunk and you see him yelling and stuff. That reminds me of Westbrook. Westbrook, 6'2", 6'3". Iverson, do it like playing big, but not being that big. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan took over the whole league. He was 6'6", which is tall, but not like Shaq tall. You know what I'm saying? And then that's what I'm saying, bro. Like when you see a lot of most of the tallest people that make it to the NBA are people that probably come from these same damn people that we had to conquer right here, or at least another family within it, because we had to damn near make them go extinct to get that land. So you talking about Manute Bol, 7'7", Wembanyama, 7'5", 7'6". Who else is from? Dikembe, right? Those are some really good examples. There's some Israelites that get that tall. Hell, Yao Ming was that tall. Most of the Chinese people were small, short as hell. Yao Ming was like 7'5". So you get a little bit of unicorn in there. When I'm talking about like in the general sense, yes, they be tall like that. And if you 5'5", barely scratching 6, 5'11", 5'10", you feel like man, how am I supposed to fight that, bro? Right. But King David fought against somebody that was considered tall in stature. That's why his name was Goliath. Because there is
He
an
was a
aspect
giant.
of height there, but it's not like exaggerated to the bones that you try to see Esau digging up. They'd be like 30 foot tall. I don't know if that's real or not, and I don't care, because if that was walking the planet right now, Judah would probably deal with them anyways again.
Right.
That's why I'm like, y'all focusing on the wrong thing. Y'all focus on whether the earth is flat and whether giants was 30 feet when you need to be focusing on God's laws.
Right.
You need to be focusing on overcoming your demons, not try to figure out whether the earth is flat. That don't make no sense. Oh, was this a star of Rim fan? Shut up, bro. Follow God's laws, man. Because you're going to find out you celebrating Christmas as you celebrating the star of Rim fan. Because a star ain't a shape. I mean, the star ain't this. It's a damn gas ball in the sky.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what a star is. Go ahead, brother.
So this, my man, just doesn't make any sense when he does that whole giant thing, because one, you got to think about what kind of woman. One, is he coming from? Two, is he gonna mate with? It just, you know what I mean? Like, it
Unless the
doesn't-
females was that big, you
like,
know.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, they never find some female bones.
That's
The male bones just came out. This man, 30 foot tall. Who birthed him?
Right.
How did it make sense?
How I know that wasn't a prop on a movie.
Right,
Like I know I seen Game of Thrones. I seen them the giants on there. It make good cinematics.
yeah.
Make some good
It
cinematics.
just doesn't make
Yeah.
sense.
Giant, and then they always move real slow, right? Like, why can't they be big and fast? Well, Wimbyana, that's why he's crazy, because he's moving fast. He's moving like Kevin Durant, and he's 7'5". It's like, well, it's game over.
He's 7'7" now.
If he can stay healthy, it's game over. But they usually get injured, because when you're that tall, they say the bigger you are, the harder you fall. That's true too, and that's why Judah knew that. Judah was like, well, shoot, we can just if we just chop a leg off, then we'll be all right. We'll be able to get him, take him down, and we can take the grapes.
Right.
That's how big of a deal grapes are, bro.
Yeah.
That's how big of a deal milk and honey is, and cattle and grass. Stuff that I know damn well most of us want to do. We want to go to HEB and get it from there. We don't want to go out there and put in the work and cut down a cow and open it up and get all the meat and cook it and all that stuff. But guess what? That's what God put us on this earth to do. So you either gonna man up or you gonna shrivel in the corner and be scared. And let's see what Israel does when they hear about this. Read on.
Oh God. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 14, verse 1. And all the congregation lifted up their voice and cried, and the people wept that night.
Yeah, so what do we do? We was worried. We was like, I didn't know way we could win this. Because, and that's part of it too, is that if all the other scouts would just shut up and just let Caleb do all the talking, they wouldn't be crying like this. But they done hyped it up to the point where now they think that we literally are the size of a grasshopper compared to these cats. And so now the whole entire Israel is tripping out, right? And it's funny too, because this exact situation was depicted in a hip hop song by Killer Priest. Killer Priest did a song literally about Anak and his sons. And even in there, it was kind of exaggerated because for the sake of cinematics or whatever, it damn near looked like an anime. Because it was like superpowers and all this stuff, and it was really, really tall. But I think, of course, for the sake of that, it's exaggerated. But, you know, the song itself was kind of cool. But I'm just thinking, like, to the extent of how Israel's reacting to it, you would think that they would be taller than this building that we're sitting in right now. You know what I'm saying? But let's kind of keep our cooler heads and let that prevail and actually get an understanding of what we're dealing with, and understand another thing on top of all of that, that the Most High is with us.
Right.
So it doesn't matter what size they are. It doesn't matter that Esau got, fighter jets and nuclear bombs and, military tanks and armored vehicles, when the Lord is on our side. And that's how we act, and the whole world is tripping because of how we react, because we have so much confidence, like Caleb. That we're not worried about what it takes to go out there and get the job done. We're doing it anyways. And that's what makes us become renowned, because our confidence is so sure that it becomes clarity. It becomes understanding. And then before you know it, that's what becomes contagious. Not fear of the government, not fear of the man who gets away with having Epstein files and islands and abuse of young women and children. We're not scared of that no more because we know that God is with the children of Israel, and it just so happens that it's us and not them. So screw them. They didn't know what they're talking about anyways. They're just bringing themselves into more destruction, into more wars, and they ain't got nothing to do with us. So don't let your children enlist in his army. You should be looking to get up on these ranks under men like Caleb.
Right.
Because they got the spirit that it's going to take to get the job done. And I only hope to just get a crumb of that spirit so that I can do my part. Read on.
Oh God, verse 2. And all the children of Israel murmured against Moses and against Aaron, and the whole congregation said unto them, would that we die in the land of Egypt, or would God had died in this wilderness?
That's how Israel is, man. Man, why do you bring us out into Egypt just to kill us and make us go against these giants, bro? Like you could hear how they be mumbling.
You can hear the
y'all
wells.
send us to our death. I have us go against Anakims, bro. What the hell, man? Going against these 80-foot people, man. No, they're not 8-foot, but maybe they're like 8 foot. You know what I'm saying? And that's where they're getting scared of because they think that we ain't got the numbers, that we ain't got the power to do it, and we're always not considering whether or not God is really with us. And that's really what it comes down to: is your faith is stronger in your conviction through your obedience to the Lord. Because when you're not being obedient to God and you're having doubt and you're letting your fear overcome, then your faith is less and less strong and your conviction is less strong. And you don't want that to be spread amongst your brothers. But what's happening right now is Israel is in a panic because of the fear of the men that they sent, men that they chose to be the ones to represent them. And that's a bad thing. The leadership cannot be in fear. The leadership cannot fail the people to rally us up. They should be the kind of people that actually move us forward no matter what the cost is, no matter what obstacles need to be overcome.
Like Caleb.
That's why I give mad props to Caleb, because somebody has faith in us.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? If Judah be the tribe with the scepter, it's for moments like this that solidify that, and we have to understand that. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
We have to understand that. But the spirit of the northern tribes is so natural. Well, now it's starting to lax, right? But is been so against that unification of our body of Israel because a lack of trust or because of our own fears and doubts in ourselves. But when we come together, there's nothing that can stop us.
Right.
But the land of Israel and the people in Israel, they're weeping and they're afraid and they're talking down on Moses to the point where it's even getting to Moses. Now Moses is questioning his motives. Now he's questioning whether or not they have what it takes to go and get it.
He did, though.
Go ahead.
Verse 3. And wherefore hath the Lord brought us unto this land to fall by the sword?
Okay, keep going.
That our wives and our children should be a prey?
See what they're worried about? They're worried about their wives getting Epstein, bro. They're worried about their children getting Weinstein.
That's terrible.
All these different Steens. All these Edomites with Steen in that name. They're trouble. Well, they're all basically trouble. Them ones right there, boy. They doing all like they're worried about their families being massacred and their children being taken into slavery and captivity and their wives. Like that's the kind of thoughts that are going through their head, is making them go crazy about this just from the thought of starting a war against the Anakims.
Right.
Go ahead. That's why I'm trying
to. This gonna hit you right.
I'm trying to get y'all to understand the gravity of this. This isn't just we waltz in the land and take it. It's we're going against all odds. We're the underdog. You understand? Okay. We're the ones that got a hill to climb. You got to take down their wall. You got to take down their shamar. You got to take all their resources. Mm-hmm. Can we actually do it? That's why it takes a lot of planning. That's the whole reason why that whole scouting party was sent out, was to get a feel for what's going on. And now there's a panic that's being spread across Israel, and that's the problem that Moses needs to deal with quickly. Go ahead.
Were it not better for us to return unto Egypt?
Yeah. Why don't you just go back and get a 9 to 5 and go back to the Christian church. You see what I'm saying? That's the same spirit that's in the brothers that leave the truth, or anybody that leaves the truth after having seen and put their hand to the plow, wanting to go back because it's the easy route. Because they think that that's the easy route. It's actually the harder route. Because it's just setting us back all over, back to square one.
Right.
It doesn't progress the narrative. And if you really want glory in this thing, if you really want to be a part of the growth of our nation, it is overcoming that mentality and understanding that that work needs to be put in so that we can build it for the next generation. That's what's going to make your name renowned throughout all of history. Now, I'm going to look back at Caleb like Caleb was the one that really set us on the right mindset. You understand? Keep going.
Oh God. Verse 4. And they said one to another, let us make a captain.
Oh, they got scared. They wanted to make their own rank and order. They want to have their own guerrilla Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? Right. Let's have the cowardice camp.
The cowardice camp.
Let's have the break-off group. We'll make our own generals and captains. That's what they said.
Right.
Nah, because this one path is too hard. We can't do it. So we're going to go in the easy route, and we're going to seek men to put above us that agree with our fear. Does that make any sense at all?
No.
It don't. It don't make no sense. But that's what happens when people give in. That's what happens when people are afraid to say the white man is the devil.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Because it shakes up the giants of this earth right now. But when you go against the grain, when you do what no one expects you to be able to overcome, like Crawford going against Canelo, who's 2 weight classes above him.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? When you actually go and you slay the giant, now you understand the spirit of God that he puts in us.
Right.
Because it is without fear and it is with complete confidence and understanding that your obedience to the Most High puts you in the position for success, regardless of what it physically seems like. Go ahead.
Okay. And let us return into Egypt.
Yeah, they want to go back to Egypt. After almost 40 years, now they want to go back to Egypt. You're like the girlfriend that couldn't get over your boyfriend. Now you want to go back to him because you went and did your own thing and found out that it just didn't work. Well, that's just because you never grew. You never put in the time to better yourself. So you're just going to come back to what you know, what you're comfortable with. Just to be played all over again and be destroyed all over again. It's the same thing. It's the same spirit that's in a lot of the men, women, and children of Israel today that need to be broken away from that weak spirit in any aspect in their life. But we got to understand just how real these scriptures are so that we know how to operate and make moves at the right time so that it changes the whole outcome of your life. Go ahead.
Okay. Verse 6. Verse 6. And Joshua, the son of Nun, and Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, which were of them that searched the land, rent their clothes.
Right, because he's disappointed seeing how Israel is in such fear. Of course he'd rent his clothes. On some hope shit, bro. Because he's like, man, it's because he's angry. Because he knows that we can do it, but he sees our people afraid to do it. That's why he's feeling that level of remorse. Keep going.
Okay, verse 7. And they spake unto all the company of the children of Israel, saying, the land which we passed through to search it, it is an exceeding good land. Verse 8. If the Lord delighteth in us, then we will bring us into the He will bring us into this land and give it to us.
Give it us, meaning we will have what it takes to overcome the enemy of this land and take it over. Go ahead.
Come, come. A land which flowed with milk and honey.
And so they spoke, these two, Joshua, the son of Nun, and Caleb, the son of Jephunneh. This was, trying to remember which tribe Joshua was in this.
Joshua Ephraimite.
He's the Ephraimite.
Yeah.
Oh, this is heavy, bro. So Ephraim and Judah
Yeah.
took the stage and said, "Hey man, y'all chill out, man. Stop worrying about it. I hear y'all crying. Y'all acting like y'all need to quit acting like little punks."
Right.
Didn't God say that we gonna take it? Didn't he not say in this supernatural cloud that was hovering above us just now, tell Moses to tell us that we gonna get it? And y'all scared. Y'all think that we can't do it. Man, y'all better turn that spirit around, because I'm telling you right now, the only thing that you need to worry about is God and not these heathens out here.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah, right.
So with that, was that the end of that verse?
Come on, sir.
Oh, keep reading.
8.
No, read verse 8 one more time.
Okay. If the Lord delighted in us, then he will bring us into this land and give it us a land which flowed with milk and honey.
And so we're going to find out next time on Dragon Ball Israel what happens with the children of Israel, whether they follow through with it, you understand, and go and take that kingdom from these men of stature,
Right.
the sons of Anakim. All right, with that, Amajim. La Yashra'Allah. That victory would definitely be worth taking a drink to. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's like the Rumble in the Jungle. You know, think of like the most famous, heavyweight matchups of all time. And that's the kind of level that you got to think about it as. All right, go ahead and lead that. Oh, with that, Slakia, Amadim, Sar, Pani Hakadam. We're gonna finish with the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew.
Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash. Haya. Shemka. Yahweh. Malakwatha. Taba'ah. Watazayaka. Haya. Aisha. Barataza. Kawa. Haya. Ashamayim. Nathanawa. Lakam. Kal. Yawam. Wasalaknawa. Kabawatnawa. Wasalaknawa. Kabawatinawa. Wa'ala. Tabaya'anawa. Banasayawan. Abal. Awashaynawa. Mayan. Rai. Kaya. Laka. Amalakwa. Wahala. Ahataparat. La'awalamyam. Aman. Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not. Into temptation. But deliver us. From evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it. That Sar. At this time, we're going to salute the scroll. Yahweh Bashim Yahshai Brak, yeah. Yahweh Bashim Yahshai Brak, yeah.
Go ahead first. Yahweh Bashim Yahshai Brak, yeah. Show him how to do it.
Yahweh Bashim Yahshai. There you go.
All right, come on up. Go ahead, blow the horn one more time.
Okay.
All right, at this time, we're going to give the brothers one's courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Amadim Shabbat, Amadim, Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakathum, Yad Yamatah. Sorry, turn and face the sisters for one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Amadim Shabbat, Amadim, Barak,
Yahweh Shamar Lataba Shem Yahushua.
Yad Yamatah. Dismissed.
Okay, so don't be putting it up.
Definitely gonna